Listen, I feel like this is all going back to the whole Mencia thing. And honestly, like I think out of the three of us sitting here right now, anybody who should be holding or would be holding a grudge or thinking, I don't at all, man.
Oh wow, y'all did fight this dude.
Would be awesome if no.
Wouldn't be awesome. That would be awesome.
No, yeah. I'm your attorney on record right now. Just
everyone gives Carlos a bad rap, says that he steals jokes and shit. Juan goes
I
mad.
kind of believe it.
Well, I don't know. He said it. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Are you backing him up?
Wait.
Carlos is my boy. I love that dude.
Even if he
met
did,
him too.
Even if he did, and you were backing him up, I'm cool with all that because I know how bros roll, and you know what? At the end of the day, that's what it's about.
But there is a lot of proof.
That, I was gonna say, having said
There's
that,
a
they
lot.
do these back-to-back things, and you know what? They could probably do that to all of us, like things that we've done, things that I've done, recorded. Oh, he got this from this, and then
but you know what? That's a big difference. This dude, if this was in court, the proof is there.
You know what fucked him? I guess on one point he
could have just admitted it.
No, he did. He went on some.
He never admitted it.
No, he went on that podcast and said. He went on that I forgot whose podcast it was. You know, Josh?
The millionaire guy?
No, he didn't. It wasn't a podcast. It was on a documentary called "I Am Comic" in 2010.
And he said, "Yeah, I
fucking
stole."
Yeah, no shit. This guy's got a great voice.
Yeah, no. And he said, "Yeah, I stole a joke. So what? If you come in, I'll fucking steal your joke." But he was kind of making a joke of that too. But look, dude, in the history of fucking Hispanic comedy, bro, a lot of Mexicans were raised the same way, so a lot of jokes are gonna cross lines and sound very similar. But I'm sure that some people, I'm sure he's bitten off someone because it's been said so much. Maybe he did.
All the comedians that were there at the comedy club, that they were outside waiting for their spot.
I know.
They asked and said, "Does Mencia steal?"
And he said,
they try to have his back. They really did.
I know.
They didn't want to rat him out. But that's kind of like saying, Chris, remember that time we were all hanging out? Did Edward cry or did he not cry? And and Chris is gonna be like,
yeah, but you know what?
He doesn't be crying, bro.
Listen, I think the focus is on the wrong thing.
Exactly.
Like, none of us.
Where's your Mencia shirt?
I mean, we've all I've heard things that in my past, and they become a part of what I do. Musically speaking, or even just talking. I pick up different ideas from people, and if I like it, I use it.
Of course.
But
I get that part.
We're talking about somebody, unless I'm mistaken, that has actually made some for me personally, some jokes that, maybe having to do with Selena or whatever that
you didn't like.
No, it's not that I
didn't. He have something to do with that?
It's not that I didn't like him. I get it, right? So as an artist, no. Personally, that's a whole other conversation. But as an artist and an entertainer, I can sit here and say, I get it. 100%. I'm not going to laugh at it, but I get it.
That was the Laredo thing, right?
I don't know what it was. I just know I saw something and I was like, I didn't even get mad like this, what you would expect.
I think he said something very disrespectful,
Whatever. But at the same time, we all have a job to do, and maybe he might feel a certain way about it now as opposed to how he felt back when he made it. He might have thought it might have come over a certain way, and it didn't. And so as an artist...
He's a comedian. That's what they do.
He's a funny guy, though.
He's a comedian. That's what people do.
As an artist, though, I'm very careful to...
What lines you cross?
No, I'm very careful in, voicing or squashing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be here to squash anything. I mean, you could say something about me, and if that's your thing,
the way you feel, cool. Then go ahead and feel that way.
We, as an artist, as an entertainer, as a performer, we should all have that right and feel that freedom. Now, I understand some people especially fans, are going to get pissed off. And for me, it's not a consolation like, oh, I don't have to say nothing because so-and-so is going to be mad. It's like, really, dude, you chose your path. Now, how are you going to deal with it?
Yeah.
Even if you want to do it, if you don't want to do it, that's your call too. But, I mean, like, we all want people to love what we do and to respect what we do, even if it's
Risky.
polarizing.
Yeah.
You know?
I get it.
As an artist, I get that. I'm not that way, but I can get people that I don't think
Chris
I'm
would be a
that way.
great counselor in high school.
In high school.
Bettis for president.
Yeah. Shit, you can be.
Someone at the door?
I don't know.
My phone.
Oh, I thought you had a door.
You know, growing
They're
up-
returning the light switches.
You know, growing up, did your parents always tell you could be anything you want? You could be president if you
Hell
want?
no.
My parents used to always tell me, I'd be like, I can't be president. And then I saw what happened. I could be president. I was like, God dang.
Oh, yeah.
We all could be president. Kanye. You know, Kanye really thought he was going to be president.
No, I didn't.
He really thought that. He says he guarantees the next election he's won. He guarantees it. Guarantees it, bro. That he is winning the next Kanye 2024, bro. Yay.
Hey, if Trump can do it, I wouldn't doubt it if he could
I
do
just
it.
don't know if Kanye.
He's got a lot of followers too.
No,
You know?
I don't.
No. It's like, nah.
Nah.
Nah, I don't see that, bro.
I think I see politics as like a completely different way now with social media than it used to be when we were kids.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Because there's no hiding anything.
Imagine
Which is a
imagine
scary
if we
thought.
could do that though.
No, which is a
back
scary
then.
thought. Which is a scary thought in itself because, yeah, you can hide. You can go underground. You can there are certain things you can hide. Like it's teaching people how to be even more sneaky.
Of course.
You know, think about it.
Politics are?
Yeah, no, not
Oh,
politics.
social media.
And politicians. You know.
Yeah.
You can't say shit.
It
now.
also.
Yeah, you get exposed. You get canceled and shit.
It also opens up the other door that, hey, you know what? We're all humans. We've all made our decisions in the past. They might have been right for the time, especially if you're like 80 years old now. They might have been right at the time, but they're not right now.
Yeah.
Which then raises the issue, well, then how authentic are you if you felt this way back then, but then you feel this way now? Or do you really feel a certain way? Or are you just saying what people want, what you think people want to hear from you?
And the thing is, old people just don't die in politics. They stay there for 100 years, and when they get stuck in some ideas, they don't. I mean, I get it. You should have progressed with your ideas from the way you thought when you were 19 to when you were 29 to when you're 39 to you're 49 and when you're 59. I don't think the same way when I was 19. My views have changed. I've gotten older, blah, blah, blah. But some people are just like, people are stuck on thinking that person never could progress in his thinking. You know, well, you know what he did in 1970? He did this, or she did that, or he did this, and you're like, well,
that time there was a lot of breakthrough then.
Yeah, like
slavery is something to break through.
But like the war on drugs.
Yeah.
The war on drugs has changed. You know, and I get it. Back then when crack was flooding through the streets in the 80s or the late 70s and early 80s, and they didn't know what to do because it was just hitting poor people and blacks and Hispanics, and poor white people were smoking crack, and they were like, make all these laws because that's the devil. And then they locked all these people up and went crazy and thought they were saving the world. But now they got to sit back and go, okay, well, let's fix the mistakes. But that's what they don't ever do, because those same people that made those laws are stuck because they got their name attached to this law. And they don't ever want to backtrack and say, well, maybe I was wrong about
Yeah, but there's number one thing you got to remember how this world works. And it's all about the money.
It's all about the law now, yeah.
So nobody wants to have any interruption
when you
of
interrupt
that,
their money.
which is gas, oil,
But you know, it's crazy, man.
medicine.
How much money can you have, dude? I mean,
Yeah,
when once you have $1 billion.
Apparently, there's such a thing called trillion.
Yeah, and I guess like people that have this inflated ego when they say, oh, you were only number 32 on Forbes and I was number 8. Piece of shit. You're a loser. And you're like, yeah, you're only worth 18 billion. I'm worth 500 billion. I kick it with Jeff Bezos. You know, and you're like, fuck, I got to get that other billion. Like, I don't know what that feels like.
Dude, you know what? Me and Chris got invited to this, what do you call it? That horse stuff that we went to?
Equestrian.
Kentucky Derby?
No.
Oh, equestrian show. Oh, highfalutin.
But let me tell you
They're
something.
shitting in high cotton.
Let
in
him
there.
drop some
But,
names now.
but let me
Let
tell
him
you
drop
who
some
was
guns.
there.
Were you wearing that hat?
Hell yeah, I was.
I know you had to.
Damn straight I was. Right? And
Yeah.
I thought completely different. But I felt
Were you
outed.
drinking like this?
No. Dude, I mean, let me tell you, we had the treatment VIP. But let me tell you who was there. Bill Gates was there. Steven Spielberg was there. And the boss was there. Bruce Springsteen was there.
Oh, really? Bruce was there.
Yeah. And let me tell
Were
you.
y'all mingling with them? Like,
Dude, we were like in the box.
No,
with
not me.
No, but I was. I was like next to
I was
Bruce.
hanging out with Darth Vader. There was a dude on a horse dressed like Darth Vader. I was like, I want to meet that guy.
Dude, I was literally like feet away from the boss.
you didn't talk to him?
No, because I felt so bad for him.
He looked old.
He looked like he couldn't
No.
walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had like a back problem. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to the
Ah,
boss.
that's weird. I remember when you told me, you said, I don't like to meet my
Oh, are you
heroes
kidding me?
because they
This dude
destroy
is
the image.
Yeah, he does
But
it.
you know, but it's weird. Like I went to the Beat Bash one time. And
the beat.
yeah, no, but I was just hanging out in the back and I watched some dudes like Baby Bash, Baby Bash, and Slim Thug. He couldn't walk, bro. His knees were shot.
Wow.
They brought him. They brought him in a wheelchair.
Maybe he was on a horse track.
He's
last
really
night.
tall.
Something.
He's
Who
really
knows?
tall.
He went out there, like wobbled out there, hey, and just kind of stood there. And then when he backed up into the darkness, he sat down in the wheelchair again, and they rolled him back out, dude. And 2 Chainz was kind of throwed, bro.
But are you comparing them to the boss? Like Bruce Springsteen and
2
Bill
Chainz and the
Gates
boss,
and
yeah, kind of.
Listen,
Steven Spielberg?
They're all.
Listen.
E.T.,
You haven't seen 2 Chainz
E.T.?
in that? What's that show he
I don't
has?
even know who that dude is.
Filthy
Oh,
Rich or the richest or
the
whatever.
I don't know who
gold-plated
2 Chainz
shrimp
is.
and shit
Yeah,
like
dude.
that,
2
yeah.
Chainz?
I don't know who he is.
Oh, dude,
I'm different. I'm different. I'm different.
he's got
I'm
a.
I know
yeah.
nothing of that.
Dude, he
Nah.
has a song that says that. You know what? So we're smoking a blunt with Zero, Slim Thug,
my God.
Baby Bash.
Zero?
Yeah, and they're from Houston. They're all on those labels out there. And we're smoking, and 2 Chainz is telling a story to some dude, and he's all in this dude's face, like throwing punches, and the dude's scared. Obviously, the dude's up against the wall smoking a vape, and 2 Chainz' bodyguard is this big old black dude with his arms crossed, just staring in that dude's face to see if the dude's gonna react. Well, 2 Chainz you can't hear what they're saying, but they're across the green room, and he's just
Are they
deep in
arguing?
this. No.
Oh.
You can tell 2 Chainz is all caught up in this story, but it was a fight story, I guess, because he's throwing punches right in this dude's face, and the dude's acting like it's nothing, and he's smoking this vape, and the bodyguard's looking at him like if you jump, we're gonna roll you, and
I would've done
Zero
it.
goes,
Fuck it.
Zero goes, Zero goes. Look at 2 Chainz. That nigga different. That nigga so different. I think he different. Everyone like, yeah. I don't know what it is.
Wow, so you were in the shit.
In the caca.
Oh, yeah,
Hey.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry,
19
sir. Sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry.
What's his name? Poindexter, or what's his name? The dude with the umbrella? It's Falderoy or Faltermeyer.
Little
or
Lord,
some-
little Lord.
Falter something. The dude that used to follow P. Diddy around with the umbrella.
No. I'm the old man with Arthur. What was his name? Remember the movie Arthur?
I hated
It wasn't
that.
Bentley?
Bo Derek? Was that the one with Bo Derek?
No, Arthur.
No.
Oh, Arthur's with Dudley Moore?
Yeah.
I didn't
I
like
like
Dudley
him in
Moore
Dudley.
movies.
What? Are you kidding me, Edward?
Ah,
and you're a
not
comedian?
Arthur. Dude, you know what? I
Are
hated,
you
like,
kidding me? Dudley
Russell Brand,
Moore
did you see the new
was
Arthur?
the most funniest comedian in motion picture.
Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore.
The fun.
He
I
was-
beg to
come on.
differ, dude.
Oh
I
my
beg to
God.
differ.
You asked Richard Pryor. You asked Jackie Gleason.
He's gonna name all dead.
Oh.
people. That's Sam Kinison.
Yeah. Ask them about
Yeah.
Dudley Moore.
No,
Everybody loved Dudley Moore.
I don't know, man. I don't know about Dudley Moore, dude.
I mean, he wasn't no Robin Williams, but the dude was pretty funny.
Did you know that Robin Williams was known to be a joke thief?
Oh, shut the.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Robin Williams?
And that he would buy jokes.
He said yes.
He would try to.
It was Farnsworth Bentley was the P Diddy's helper guy.
There you are, Google
Farnsworth
King.
Bentley.
Google
Yeah,
Supreme.
Robin Williams
That's your
would
new name.
buy
Google Supreme.
Jokes.
I've never really heard that.
Farnsworth
First,
Bentley.
okay, look, you mentioned about Mencia.
Farnsworth,
You
yeah.
support Mencia.
Got it. Thank you
And
for
now
that.
you're telling me that Robin Williams by
Robin Williams, when he was doing Mork and Mindy, used to sit in the back with a pen and a pad and take people's jokes down. And people want to whoop his ass. So what he did is he ended up going back and paying all those people he took jokes from.
Good.
Okay, well then he paid him, so it's not stealing. He
by
paid.
force. Then
No.
what if they weren't selling them?
He paid them years later though.
Well, yeah, he made a lot
to
of
make the
fucking
money
money.
back, and you know what? At least he remembered.
Exactly. So that's not stealing. So take that back.
No,
Well, the
don't
gap-
take it back. He stole.
The
He
gap
stole.
between
No,
paying,
he paid his fees.
But
no,
wait,
no, no. The
but
gap
wait.
between
I
paying
felt-
and
wait,
taking them
wait
is a stolen time.
Wait a minute.
Let's
I feel
not
like
talk
that
about
was,
stealing.
That was
Hey, if I take your bracelet and then about 2 years from now, I go, oh, damn, bro.
I should have left these in the car.
Remember that bracelet I stole from you? Here's $50, bro. My bad. He
listen,
said, "See, you didn't
listen.
steal
I
it."
feel like this is all going back to the whole Mencia thing, and honestly, like I think out of the three of us sitting here right now, anybody who should be holding or would be holding a grudge or thinking, I don't at all, man.
Of
Yeah.
course you
Oh,
wouldn't.
no, that dude's a badass
No,
dude.
it-
I love Carl. And he's a great person. If you meet the dude,
No,
he's
I
a
feel
great
I
that.
feel
I
bad for
believe
the
that.
guy.
I
I
believe
believe
that.
I feel bad for the dude because you know what? I think it's hurt him
Oh,
big time.
well,
That's not. That's. But
Look, I
that's-
saw him on a podcast, right? I saw him on a podcast of this guy from Austin, Texas. I can't remember his name, but he's a millionaire. He had Mencia on there. And the one thing he just told Mencia to do is like, listen, whatever it is that happened to you, just own up to it, take care of it, and you'll be back in the game.
he's been in the game.
Yeah, but what I'm saying on his own, you know what I mean? He might not be commercially, out there like on an HBO special or something. He's out there doing his gigs
Yeah.
and stuff. And I think I've seen that he's done some COVID gigs in Houston.
Oh, we did the LOL, the improv here. And he was just in.
But I think he was in
He was
Houston.
in Dallas this weekend.
But no. A couple of
Yeah,
months
he was
back.
in Houston too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was doing the whole mask thing,
Mhm.
stuff like that. So I know the guy's working. I know he's not hurting.
Yeah.
But, he had Comedy Central. He had some things. So it's like in anything.
Well,
that,
with
that
Comedy
happens.
Central, like a lot of people go, oh, that's why he lost Comedy Central. No, he let it go because once it started getting bigger, they start taking control out of it.
I'm not
you know?
dogging the dude. The dude's Latino.
Well, chill out then, dude. You sound like
I didn't know you were his cheerleader though. But
nah, that's my boy. Dude.
Hey.
Talk shit.
He was
you
on.
hey, you have your boys back, and you know
Yeah,
what?
dude.
no. I'm not hating on the guy. I'm only saying what I've seen.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not giving my opinion.
The podcast was called.
I'm going off
look,
of what I've been
listen.
seeing.
The
God.
podcast. It was called Valuetainment.
Mhm.
He's out of Dallas.
That's the guy.
Out of
That's the
Dallas.
guy.
See,
Yeah, and he tried.
fake news, fake out of Dallas.
He tried to convince Carlos Mencia to just own up to it,
Own up to it.
and Carlos was like,
He
"Nah,
didn't want to do it.
I didn't do that." He did that also on Joey Diaz's podcast.
He didn't want to do
too.
it. But I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm a Joe Rogan fan too.
Yeah.
You know,
Well-
but what's fucked up? Like at shows, we're doing a show here at the Improv, and it's about 1:30 in the morning. Carlos has been on there for 2.5 hours, killing it. And some drunk dude just stands up in the middle of the show and says, "Fuck you, Carlos, you stole jokes. That's why Joe Rogan made you his bitch." And then sits back down. Like right in the middle of a joke. And then Carlos stops the show and says like, "Hey, dude, no, get back up. Now, bitch, you wanted to fucking, what joke did I steal? First of all, what joke did I steal?" And I don't know. He was like, and he goes, "Well, no. You wanted to jump up and stop the whole fucking show. Everyone's in here having a great time. Why did you do that?" I don't know. I go, "Well, you know what, fucker? I got your money and you ain't getting it back. How about that?" And then fucking, the show was just, he had to kind of end it. It just got awkward. It's just stupid though. But there's always some jackass that feels entitled to do something because they watch something.
I think that's challenging though.
It is, but Carlos, you know what he does now? You know what Carlos does now? He does this joke about that he's got a friend that's a cop that says, "Carlos, you don't know that every time I leave my house, it could be the last time I see my family." He goes, "Yeah, I know you're a cop." And he goes like, "Well, you don't know that, that I'm scared that every time I pull someone over that they could pull out a gun and shoot me and that's it, I could die." And he goes, "I know, you're a cop." He goes, "When you fucking signed up for this job, you should have known when they gave you a fucking car with a battering ram and a shotgun and a pistol and an extra pistol and a dog and a hand grenade and cuffs and a partner with the same thing and all this, some shit might go down." He goes, "You know what I get when I go to my job? Someone might jump up and yell at me, 'Fuck you, Carlos, you steal jokes.'" That's what he said. He addresses it now early and says, "So I'm fucking choices, bitch." He goes, "But I ain't gonna die." So he addresses it now early so that it kind of shuts everyone up.
Look, there's a thing on YouTube
The
where
Eminem
Carlos
technique.
Mencia is doing an interview with the radio station, I think out of Florida. And Carlos comes up with this idea of how to kind of, maybe, don't quote me on it, but it's like something to do like a fundraising some money. He goes through the whole idea, and it's on a live radio station, and there's like 3 other DJs on there, whatever, and they're talking, and at the end of it, they hang up with him, and the guy goes, "Don't ever get him on this station ever again."
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "He just told us the same thing that so and so."
I heard that.
I heard
mentioned.
that one.
Yeah,
I heard that one too.
you know. So I mean, there you go.
Yeah, whatever. Let's not turn this into the.
No. I'm just saying, if they catch you on video, they catch you on video.
No, yeah. That's why. No, but you know what?
Because then we're
I don't
getting
even
in.
know if I
Now
should
we're
say
now
this.
now we're getting.
I don't
into,
even know if I
now
should
we're
say
getting
this
into
'cause
the
shit.
Trump thing.
No,
Now
no,
we're
no,
getting
no.
into the whole
I got caught on video.
counting the ballots.
I got caught on video a long time ago in the 90s. I got into a fight, and we whooped his motherfucking ass, dude. He wasn't even a cop.
So. Rightfully so.
Yeah, but you know, but I'm just saying you can if it's on video. You can.
Well, look, I love Mencia. Just clear the record, but
No, it's
I'm
too
just-
late for
no,
that.
No, I'm
It's
not
too late
saying.
for
Hey,
that.
I'm not trying to gain anything.
It's
I'm
too
just
late for that.
I'm just telling you
Tickets
what I've
to
seen.
the show are still gonna be hard to
That's
get.
all I'm saying.
So
And,
what you got coming up, man?
Wait,
What y'all got coming up?
Edwin.
Are you doing music? What's
Wait,
up?
wait. God is talking.
Are we allowed to put that on there? This crime that you just told us about?
Yeah, I'm
it's-
thinking about
it
that
was-
too.
There's a statute. of
if the
limitations.
video's out
That
there,
happened in the 80s,
I would
dude.
love to see it.
That happened in the 80s, bro, and it was a fight. So I think the statute
You
of
got
limitation
5,
on
6
fights.
years.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
Oh, that you would go down for that?
I mean, if some cop wanted to come and reopen the case and go, wow, y'all did fight this dude and
would
whatever.
be awesome if no.
Wouldn't
Never
be
mind.
awesome.
Don't wanna say
That wouldn't be awesome.
No, yeah. I'm your attorney on record right
Yeah.
now. Just
Hey,
stop.
are you still doing gigs? Are y'all still doing gigs?
What kind of gig?
Like music?
No,
gigs?
not since the
Yeah,
COVID.
gigs, I don't know
Not
what
since
other-
the COVID started.
You know, they were at Pix. They had a band at Pix.
Yeah. We've gotten offers to go back, but
You don't want to?
It just
It's
I
a
don't
weird
know,
feeling,
It's
right?
weird, yeah.
Because you know, we did.
You
the-
went.
No, we did the improv with Carlos Mencia,
Uh-huh.
and then about 2 weeks later, Brandon Schaub and Brian Callen came in with the two
COVID?
other guys, and they all caught COVID.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, they all caught it.
And luckily that some of the guys in the band are the ones that like, I'm not comfortable. All right, cool, man. You know what I mean? Yeah,
But all it takes is for everyone to say, "Yeah, fuck, let's do it." and
yeah,
they're down.
if
Hey,
he said
it
it,
only
you know.
takes one.
Yeah.
We're going. Put your helmets on, motherfucker.
If I say we're going, we're going. If I
have you
say
gotten
I'm
the
not
itch?
good,
Have you gotten the itch?
no,
Nah,
no. I mean,
kind of.
no. I mean, listen. There's a fucking line.
Yeah.
How
If
can you
we're
have
talking
the
about
itch, you
if
know?
we're talking about on this side of things, of course I have the itch. Yes, I
Yeah,
want to play for people, but on this side,
Nah.
no, I don't want to fuck you up.
The best decision is being made. Yeah.
No,
Well, you
I
don't
don't
want to
wanna-
go back to your family.
Yeah,
I don't want to
and
catch
give it to your
something and take
family.
it back.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we're all
that's
at
what
that
it's all
age where our
about.
parents are old. We're at
Yeah.
that age where our parents are. My dad's gonna be 78 this month on the 22nd.
Wow.
My birthday's Wednesday. I'm gonna be 52, man.
Wow.
So you know,
shut
everyone.
You don't even look 52.
Why are you giving up?
I mean, I'm
When
gonna
you
be
talk about your
32.
age, you're talking about my age because we're.
I'm talking about my because we
So
graduated.
I'm
he's
supposed
one-
to be 38 forever and
But
ever.
no, this dude's like a year younger somehow, dude. I don't know how.
Because
he
I
ended
was the baby. That's why.
up- I never failed.
He's 1 year younger, right?
No, I was the runt
I was
of
born
the
in
class.
'68. You were born in '69.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was
He
born.
loves that number.
Oh, yeah, because he failed.
No, he didn't. He failed. You
They
was
held him
stupid.
back. They held him back.
You failed?
No, I never did. My birthday's in
They held him
November.
back.
My birthday's in November.
Oh, here's the math. Here's the math. November of what? 68?
Yeah. And my
Um,
sister is like a year and a half. Her birthday's in September, and they put her in school. So we're only a year and a couple months difference, but she was 2 grades above me. She graduated in '85. But yeah.
Well, I have to say, man, you and Chris, y'all don't look that age, which is great.
dude, I run into
Because I don't even think you guys try.
No, I work out still.
No, I know that, but I think that's just something in your bones because he still works out. He eats
It
healthy.
hurts.
You don't eat healthy.
I'm on the road, like driving for my tattoo supply job. And I gotta grab.
What do you mean tattoo supply?
Yeah,
You're still doing that?
yeah, man.
You do tattoos?
Yeah.
I don't do tattoos.
No,
I sell
the ink.
supplies
The ink.
Everything.
So you just go deliver it?
to all the tattoo shops.
Like True Value, you just bring the paint.
Here goes the revolution.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
Well,
does it.
well, no, I don't go anymore.
Not anymore.
Dude, they started a supply business in my competition.
Oh my God.
Marisol started a.
Wow.
They're cool with me, but there's no point on going over there because they're not going to buy anything. they're selling the same thing I'm selling pretty much. So yeah. So I don't go over there anymore. But Nando, the Colombiano,
Yeah.
they're cool.
He's done work on me.
Yeah, I know. And he did
Or he-
your daughter's tattoo, right? Or something? Didn't he do
she didn't-
Cassie's?
No, he did her. No. Did
No.
he?
I thought he had said he was gonna do a tattoo on Cassie, or y'all went
No.
over there or something.
No, he did.
He
My
did this one,
cousin.
man. That's Selena's handwriting.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You just put that? Yeah, Nando gets down, dude. That dude
Yeah,
does some
he
badass
did this
portraits,
for
too.
me. He did it.
Mhm.
I sent him a copy of it, and he did a damn good job. Like, he even made the mistake on there. Exactly what she did.
Oh, really?
She made a mistake on it, and that's it. Which I think is pretty fucking cool.
So are you gonna get all sleeved out?
No, I mean, I don't think so.
Hey, tattoos
It's got to
hurt,
be
dude, but
organic, It's got to
when
be
people
something.
go, man, they don't hurt. I'm like, you liar. I walk in the shop, see grown men crying a lot, dude.
You know what? Actually, it's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple.
I've never seen any of
They're
your
on my
work.
back because
Oh,
my
okay.
mom is one of those real. She was gonna be really disappointed seeing the tattoos on me. So when I was in the Navy, I got them on my back, thinking that that she wouldn't
Ed,
ever
were
see
you
'em.
in the Navy?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. And so and my sister snitched on me, look at that, there's tattoos, and she was like, nah. But and then when I went to prison, I wasn't gonna get any. I'd already let my parents down by going to prison. I wasn't gonna get all tatted up and look.
Did your parents go visit you?
A couple of times. I was always far from home. But yeah.
Midland.
Like imagine if I would have got like the dudes from Poteet, they get like a strawberry tattooed under their eye for each time they miss the strawberry festival.
Man.
Shut up.
No, man. I saw, hey, dude, I walked into a shop this week and this dude was
I'm gonna
getting
get
a
a
slice of
jalapeno
pizza.
right here.
This dude was getting a slice of pizza right here for each time he killed a slice. That's what he said, dude. But he had a little slice of pizza right here, a little triangle.
Are you
I
from
killed
Poteet?
it.
No, I'm not from
Oh,
Poteet.
well, I just
Hello,
thought that
bro.
you mentioned
Come
the
on, man.
Oh my
strawberry.
God, yeah, I'm just saying, man. God dang. Well, how long we been on here, man? Y'all want to wrap it up? Y'all good?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
wanna keep
Let's-
going?
you
Or y'all wanna
talk
give
about
your
some
opinion?
shit.
What do you think about the? We didn't cover.
Let's do it.
What's
What?
up with the election, man?
The way I see it, honestly, Biden winning or electoral. What do they call
College, electoral college.
No. Like he's
The electrical
he's about to
votes.
come in. What do
President
they call it?
elect.
What do they call it?
The president-elect.
That one. Thank you, God.
The transition of power.
God. has
His name is
spoken.
God.
Yes, he's the president elect. I'm cool with that. Only because, like, I think, like, I don't know, like, I feel like everybody has that curtain, presidential wise. It's the Wizard of Oz. You know
don't
what I mean?
he's gonna do?
Pull the fucking curtain back, and then you'll see what is really going on. But we're never gonna see that. So I have to pick the devil I know best. I shouldn't say it like that because devil is a negative, whatever way to say it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Biden. Out of my two choices, I'm glad Biden won.
I get it. I feel like we've been white knuckling it for the last 4 years, and we just needed to tone it down. I'm not saying that I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm not a political dude. I'm just saying that we just needed to tone it down. Whatever happened, it just needed to be toned down. We just need to we need to reset, man. This
Well, I think. Look, we all know enough. Egotistical, crazy,
yeah.
people, loudmouth,
Braggadocious.
disrespectful, people in our lives.
That we don't need
And a
one as
bunch
our
of them
leader.
I love, mind you. A bunch of
Yes.
them I love. I love that in people. I just don't love that in my president. You know? And so,
Exactly. Well put.
yeah.
Well fucking put.
So now we have a chance to hopefully make up for the time that we've lost in the 4 years. And that's no disrespect to Trump because I see why people love him.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I see why they love him. For me, I had another choice, and I chose to pick that other one.
Yeah.
You know, but having said all that, I know it's tumultuous, and I know it's a crazy time, but I also think it's cool fuck it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it is kind of cool.
You know, like
There's a lot to talk about.
Like, yeah,
We're definitely divided.
we're kind of
Definitely.
We are so divided.
No, we're not.
Oh yeah, we are.
Really?
not. No,
I
we're
think
not.
we
You
are
know what?
so
You go to New
divided.
We're not
Braunfels. You
fucking
go to New Braunfels,
We're not
Texas.
divided as a human race, as people. We're not divided.
You're not around
now. If
it.
you put Trump and the
You
flag,
stay inside a lot.
Yeah, he's not around it.
I'm
He's not
serious
around it.
though. I'm serious.
I
though,
know, me
because I
too.
believe in people. And then you have the Biden flag, whatever. You take that away, we're not that divided. We all have whether you love Trump or you love Biden, we have our problems.
I know,
We all
but
have to
what
deal
I'm
with our
getting
shit.
at when you
and
look at
people need to not make such a big fucking deal about it.
No, I get it. No, it's not about making a big deal about it. It's you just said it that Trump was a certain way, but you didn't want that in your president. You said that.
Right.
So what happened to the rest of the world? They thought it was okay to be the same way this cat was being, and that was the problem. I'd go to New Braunfels, Texas, which is literally 15 miles away from where I live, and all you would see is these 4x4s
Trump.
carrying that flag. And even the General Lee looking flag,
Yeah.
right?
Confederate.
Confederate flag. You would see all
And
that,
did you
right?
feel unsafe?
They ain't gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, I mean,
Calm
you're a
down.
young.
Yeah,
dude,
they're not
but-
gonna fuck with me. But I did see other people being the way they were with others, amongst their own culture.
Yeah.
Not wearing a mask and saying, "Oh, in this area we don't wear mask. We're Texas." And this and that and everything else. And that's why you saw what you saw. And then you bring the All Black Matters life into it. You talk about all that. It made it okay,
Yeah.
And there's so many things where they questioned him and what he did. And I agree with Chris. There were certain things that I liked about Trump.
I didn't say that.
I'm
You
just
get why
saying,
people
I
like
get
I
why
didn't say it
people.
exactly
He
like
gets
that.
why people liked Trump, but he didn't say that he liked Trump.
Well, you know where I'm getting at. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by that.
I mean,
But
he's a
other
very-
people took it wrong.
He's a showman, dude. You know what that dude has been doing for the last 4 years? He's like a seasoned comedian with a bunch of open micers. Because those
Says-
politicians were all stuffy and scared to say anything. It's crazy. People are getting canceled left and right for everything they say, except for our president.
Except for him.
No, it's a reminder of a lot of things. It's a reminder of how somebody can come up and have these big balls and talk all their shit and have people back him up until you get voted out.
Yeah.
And then everybody turns their back on you. And where does that leave you?
Hardcore. They turned the back on him.
You know what I
You
mean?
know-
And it's like, it's a lesson all the way around. And
But that's the
I
way
hate
it works.
to say this, but that's the one good thing I'm happy for. That this dude, Trump, had all this backing and everything because he's president. And then they had this long 4 years that they got to do whatever the party or whatever wanted to do. But then when they started seeing that it was coming down, they all turned their fucking back.
Well, yeah, because they got to do what they
I
got to do for
enjoyed
themselves.
That. I enjoyed that just as much as I enjoyed watching.
That was
I think a
just
lot of
like
careers
a
are gonna be
boss in a
destroyed.
company.
I've been through that. Which one of us here at this table has not experienced that?
Oh, I sure
where
as
you
hell
think,
have.
where you think people
I-
have
I
your
think
back.
I-
where
I've
you think people
experienced
have
that
your
like
back,
3 or
and
4
then all of a
times.
sudden it's like, nope, we
Jaco
don't.
Watis. Yeah. I mean, what do you think about this? The next 74 days he has before this turnover.
Nothing's going to happen.
Do you think he hasn't conceded defeat?
There's no way that it's going to happen.
That
You're-
what's-
You know what he's talking about, the counting? Yeah, no, there's no
Well, you
proof.
didn't hear about the watermark?
Yeah, I heard about the
You didn't hear
watermark.
about the Sharpies?
There's no proof.
The Cholas can't vote anymore.
You
dude.
cannot indict without proof.
I know. They're just
You-
they're just
you-
Hail Marys right now. They're Hail Marys.
No.
He's just chunking
It
passes.
it's a wrench going into an engine. He's trying to stop it, and there's nothing that can be done. Republicans have talked about it. There's no proof
Do you
Yeah.
think we got dark days ahead? Or do you think it's
for the
gonna
corona.
quieten down?
Yes, for
No.
the corona. Yeah,
The Rona?
corona. Yeah.
No, I don't see it like that. I see it as all being open, and we're gonna figure it out. And we are in.
If everyone wears masks, I don't think they'll lock us down.
Yeah, that's right. We'll be like China.
Look,
We will.
Yeah,
It
we'll be like
doesn't-
China.
it doesn't matter. We need to all figure this shit out. I for one like it.
Yeah.
I like that Trump and Biden and the people that are so like polar opposites. I can get down with that. Now the violence and the riots and
Yeah,
stuff like that, I
stupid.
can't get down with.
Yeah.
But it's like me and you, like, or me and Carlos. Like, if Carlos were to tell me, dude, Trump, whatever, like, we could actually have a conversation about it, and I don't have to go to his house and light his fucking living room on fire to prove my point.
But you
Which
might feel
he
better
has.
after you did it.
No, I would not. No.
Yeah, I
no,
got you.
no.
You know, but it's
But-
hard to get someone to engage in a conversation civilly anymore like that.
Oh,
of social
I've
media.
gotten in so many
Yo,
arguments
sometimes
with some friends
it's
of mine.
as easy
I don't
as,
do it anymore.
It's as easy as going like, dude, we just won't see eye to eye ever.
Yeah, you wish it could go down like that.
You know,
But
with
I
those
know
people,
some Trump supporters
Yes, and
that will look at me and I'm like, damn, dude, you
chill
look
out,
different.
bro. Yeah, like chill
wow.
out, dude. I had to tell one girl was going off like, did you know if you support him, you want to fuck babies in the butt and it's, and all this shit. And I said, hey man, I said,
Oh
let me
my
just say something.
God.
I said, you sound like a crazy lady right now. I'm just letting you know you sound really thrilled, but your opinion that's your opinion and you're entitled to it. And I'm a comedian, so carry on.
Well,
And
yeah.
she got, well, that, and I'm just like, but they're almost trying
But wait
to
a
sway
minute.
you.
On that note, even though you're a comedian, just like me, you have a responsibility to two things: be honest about who
Yeah, and I'm not trying
what
to be
you are.
antagonistic either.
No. Well, you can be that because you
I
have
know.
that loophole.
Yeah.
But and play it. But people like me need to like understand and believe that we know that this is your, like, for me, fuck everybody else. But I've known you since we were 9 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know that you're cool. And joke about whatever the fuck you want, even if it's me. You
Yeah,
know,
if it's
whatever.
funny. Yeah.
But I think it's really important in these times that we draw the curtain
And show
and
the
people
wizard.
realize.
Show
you
the
know?
wizard.
Just like as
Big
any
time.
normal dad that has a 9-to-5 job goes to work to do whatever their job is. When they come home, they're dad. They're not their job. Even when they're at their job, they're still dad, but they're doing their fucking job. And there's mad respect from me in that.
Yeah.
You know?
For me, To
We all
think-
have to understand that.
to think the way the world is, right? Black Lives Matter, all that kind of stuff. On that topic, I saw Chappelle's opening,
The monologue on
on Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live, right?
Great monologue.
And he says a lot about the N-word,
Yeah.
right?
I can't believe they let him drop like that.
Okay,
on
but check it
national
out.
TV, though.
Of course, he can say that.
Yeah, I knew
He's
he-
Chappelle.
But I didn't know that. They
And
were
I'm
gonna-
sure
they didn't
whatever.
even
But
bleep.
here's the thing about it, is that for me being a kid, from then to now, the age that I'm at, to hear that, like, when I was growing up, I grew up with black guys.
Yeah.
Guys from the projects taught me how to play basketball. My best friend was black, all of that. We could say that to each other. I would say that.
Yeah. I could say it in
Because you know what they
prison
would
to the
call
black
what they
dudes.
would call me? Wow,
Yeah.
wetback,
Yeah.
Mexican.
Tortilla eater.
Yeah. Beaner.
Yeah, Beaner.
Yeah, your dad's from Mexico, which he is.
We threw him.
I never took it personal because that's the way we grew up.
And I went home and ate beans.
and I could go and talk to them and tell them the same thing. I went to a black church. I went through all of that.
Yeah. Shit.
And my point is like to see like now it's wrong to verbally say something. It will fucking create some shit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Everyone's liable to end up on the chopping block. I freaked out when Papa John got stripped of his position at Papa John's.
Now Shaq's
Well, you
in
know what?
charge.
Listen, as he should have. Because when you're in a position like that,
Yeah.
that's a different thing.
What you say
Us-
carries a lot of weight.
Us, under the umbrella of,
Entertainment.
we go, no,
Oh, going
not
back to
even,
say stuff.
not
that's
even. This
entertainment.
this is entertainment to a certain respect, but it's also like, it's a space that we allow ourselves. People don't have to agree 100% with
Yeah.
anything that we're saying.
Yeah.
But this is not an interview. I'm not here trying to promote something. I'm not here trying to be that guy. I don't think you're trying to be the funny guy either.
No.
You're trying to get real down.
I
to
think
the
we're just
bottom of some
talking
subjects.
We're chopping
the
it
way
up,
we
bro.
would do it at his
Yeah.
place or something.
Yeah, this is hanging out. This
Yeah.
is what I want it to be.
Yeah.
This is how it's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
And so part of the greatness of the times that we're living in is, like I always say, look, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? So if you're out there exposing yourself to social media and doing things like this, then whatever comes back at you, take it.
Deal with it.
Deal with
Someone's
it.
gonna say fuck
And-
Edward on
and-
this.
And Chris, which they
Yeah.
do all the time.
Well, of course, Carlos. Yeah,
but
that's a given.
That's Carlos. all
But
day.
Mencia
But-
or me?
You.
No, no,
But-
no. Whatever.
but-
I'm
but-
Carlitos. I'm not Carlos.
But it's up to you
How you handle it.
how much importance you put on what that shit is. Again, that's the live by the sword, die by the sword. If it's not that big a deal, then this is not that big of a deal. If it's that big of a deal, well, then this is that big of a fucking deal.
Yeah.